Okay, morning. There's some really noisy birds over there today. So we're going to get started, and if anyone else appears, then I'll let them in. I can't see anyone waiting at the moment, but we'll make a start. So yeah, if anything doesn't feel right today, then just back off the exercise. That's totally fine. But otherwise, we're just going to do a little mobilisation through the body, and then we're going to move into our circuit. So we're going to start off with just some neck rolls. So you can either go all the way around with your neck, but if that is not good for the back of your neck, then you're just going to roll from side to side like this. Otherwise, you're going all the way around in a clockwise direction. And then we're going to go a few in the other direction. Remembering to breathe when you're doing this as well. You're not holding your breath. You're making sure that you're breathing in and out as we do the rotations. And then we're just going to take our shoulders back a few times. So rolling through the shoulders and then forwards. And then we're going to bring our arms out in front and then just touch the shoulders. And what you can do is breathe in as you touch your shoulders and breathe out as you open up. So breathing in and breathing out. Open your hands forward. Breathing in and breathing out. In, out, and then we take our arms out to the side, and we're going to do the same. So breathing in and then out, in and then out, in and then out. And then we're just going to rotate the hips a little bit. So take your feet about hip width, well, a bit wider than hip widths apart, and we're just going to roll the hips around in one direction, so clockwise direction. Keep a little bit of bend in your knees when you're doing this. And again, remember to breathe in and out. And then we're going to go around the other direction. Okay, and then we're going to bring our knees together and just hands on the knees and just circle your knees in one direction and then in the other direction. And then we're going to take our knee up and just hug your knee into your chest. And the other way. So we're just mobilising at the moment. This isn't meant to be difficult. It's just getting our body moving. And then we're just going to bring the knee in and then out to the side and down. In, out to the side and down. And again, do a few more to each side. And then we'll just do some step overs. Opening the gates. And then forwards as well. And then we're going to do a bit more high impact now. So we're going to go into a little plyometrics move, which is we're just jumping from side to side as if we're skiing. So we're going just side to side, get the heart rate up a little bit. A couple more of them. It's really hot here this morning. And then we're going to do a couple of side lunges. So making sure that knee is not painful. If it is painful, then don't go as far into the lunge, or just don't do the exercise if it's really hurting. So just moving from side to side, getting movement into the inner thigh. And then we're going to get started on the main exercise. So first exercise, you're going to start on your knees, so hands and knees, and we're just going to take, I'll just demonstrate it first because it's a little bit complicated. You're going to take our knees off the floor a few inches, and then you're going to turn, keeping your right leg off the floor, and then go back into a kind of backwards all fours position, and keeping that leg off the floor at all times. And then we're going to go back over, put our foot down, and then do the same on the other side. And then straighten that leg. And then coming back to all fours, foot down, and then to the inside. So that's the first exercise. We're going to do around 40 seconds. I'll just get my watch sorted. So if you get yourselves into all four position, your elbows, your hands underneath your shoulders, and get ready to start. So you lift your knees off the floor, and then we're going to turn and straighten that leg out. So this is a full body movement, having to use your core, coordination as well. And we're also moving in a bit of a different plane because you're going onto that backwards all forward position. Ooh. Okay, last one. I can't remember which side we started from, but we're going to move on to the next exercise. The next exercise, we're starting on our back and our bottom again. But we're just going to lift our hips off the floor and lift your leg up towards the sky. If that's too difficult, then you can do this exercise with your knees bent, but we're going to aim for legs straight and then lifting our leg off the floor, alternate legs. So again, as with plank, we're looking for a straight line through the body, and we're going to do 40 seconds of that one before moving into the next one. So into the position and then lifting your leg. So really holding nice straight body. And if you need to move into, if it's getting too difficult and you want to change the exercise to having your knees bent, then that's fine. We've done 20 seconds. Seconds left. It's also sort of stretching across your chest as well in this exercise. Okay, well done. So the next one we're going to do is a squat, really simple. So just stand in a upright position, get your feet about hip widths apart. A little bit wider I would go, and then we're just going to squat down. We can bring our arms in front of us, so we're thinking about pushing our bottom back and hinging from the hips. So we're going to go, and you can go fairly low. I wouldn't go lower than your knees, not for now. Might do that on the next one a little bit. Nice straight back there, so you're thinking about engaging the core as well in this exercise. It's not just all on the legs, it's also working all the way up through the body. Okay, last one. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to go into dead bugs. So dead bugs, we're lying on our back. And our knees in line with hips, ankles in line with knees, hands up so that your hands are in line with your shoulders, and we're doing alternate leg to alternate arm. And we're keeping that foot off the floor a few inches as we go. If your back starts arching too much, then you may just want to take a little break and try again and start again, or you can just do a simple crunch like this, engaging this part of your abdominals and looking through your legs. Okay, so we're going to make a start. So hands up, alternate leg to alternate arm. All sorts of crunching goes on when I do this in my hip. You might feel that, as long as there's nothing painful, then you're fine. But really think about that lower back, trying to keep it in contact with the floor. If it starts arching up at all, just take a little break and come back to it. Okay, last one. And then we're now going into a standing position again. So if you get up on your feet and your feet are wider than hip width apart. So we're doing a kind of warrior stance. So we're getting ourselves into a nice low wide squat. Then we're going to put our hands on our hips and we're just going to crunch from side to side. So keeping a nice straight, strong torso up to the middle and then down to the other side, to the middle and down to the other side. So holding this position can be quite a challenge if you're not used to holding a squat. So thinking about engaging all of the core area and keeping your legs nice and strong. You can coordinate your breath if you want. You can breathe in at the top and then breathe out as you go to the side. Okay, last one to the side and up. And then the last exercise in the circuit today is, we did do this one once before. We're doing a press up into a kind of reach behind. So if you need to modify the press up and do it on your knees, then that's fine. We're just going to reach around. So we're opening up the chest as we come out of the press up. Otherwise you can do an ordinary press up and then we're just reaching behind. And then we're going to do it on alternate sides. So make a start. So we go, press up. Remember, you can modify it if you want. If it's painful in your back, maybe we give this one a miss. And you can just do the press up if that's not as painful. Okay, last one. To each side. There we go. Okay, so back round to the beginning again. We're back on our knees. So we're in all fours position, just taking our knees off the floor, and then we're going into the turning. I've forgotten what I'm doing now. Back, and then keeping that leg off the floor, coming back over, and then to the other side. So we'll make a start. So knees off the floor. So that leg is staying off the floor at all times. You do need to put it down. If you're about to fall over, then obviously do. Okay, last one. There we go. And then we're up into the sort of reverse plank, I'd say it was. So we're up in that plank position, or you can go in a kind of all fours, backwards all fours position, and we're just lifting our legs up, alternate legs. So nice straight line. If you start sinking down at all, just have a little break and then come back to it. About halfway through. 10 seconds left. Oh, that's a bee. Okay, that's the end of that one. We're going into a squat. So if you come up and you want your feet around hip, just wider than hip distance apart, and then we're going to go down, engaging the core, keeping a neutral spine. So So you can either have your toes pointing outwards or pointing more forwards, whatever's more comfortable for you. And then we're just going to hold for a few seconds here. Okay, and then release, back up, and then we're going back down on the floor for dead bugs. So onto your back. Oh, I'm dripping with sweat. Really hot. Okay, hands up towards the sky, and then alternate hands, so alternate legs. You can see some birds up there. I'm not sure what they are. So thinking about that lower back, being in contact with the floor. Yes, swallows actually. One more. And then release. And we're going up into the warrior crunch from side to side. So we've got a wide leg squat. So we're holding in that wide leg squat, keeping a nice strong torso, hands on the hips. We're going to go from side to side. And breathe. What we can do is breathe in the centre and breathe out as we go to the side. Thinking about keeping our knees going outwards, so they're trying not to drop into towards the centre. Thinking about them pushing outwards. A few more to each side. We've got 10 seconds left. Okay, and back to the centre and straighten your legs. You can go down onto the floor. We're going to do the press up and reach now. The sun is absolutely blazing down on me at the moment. So we press up and then we're reaching behind us. Remember, you can do this as a modified press up if you want. We're halfway through. One more. Awesome. Okay, so we're back round to the beginning of the circuit again. So we are on all fours. We stay on all fours. We're down on the ground. We lift our knees up off the floor and we're doing the turn into a kind of crab position and then back over to the other side. Try and keep your hips up when you're going into your back. Well done. Just a few more. Okay, last one to this side. And then we're back up to a we're doing the leg pull up. So we're on our backs and either in this position we're straightening our legs or we're in a straightened position, so backwards plank. So hips up towards the sky and we're lifting, hinging from the hip joint. Trying to keep as stable as possible here. So try not to drop your hip as one side goes up. Got a few seconds left. Okay, and then drop down. Right, we're up into squat now. So, if you were quite narrow with your feet last time, we're going to go a little bit wider. So you're just going to take your legs a little bit wider apart. And we're just going to squat down, remembering to keep those knees outwards so they're not dropping in. Nice straight back. About halfway through. So we're going to hold again in a few seconds. We're going to hold for 10 seconds at the end. Okay, so if we hold, not too low, so we're kind of aiming for around 45 degrees with our thighs. Keep breathing, and then we can release. And then we're going into dead bug, so we're back on, down on our back again. And then hands above the shoulders, knees above the hips, and just alternate hands to legs. Remember, you can always do a normal crunch for this if your lower back keeps coming off the floor, or even a plank. So around halfway through. Ten seconds left. Keep going. This is the last set, so you can really well. Okay, last one. Well done. Okay, the next exercise is the warrior crunch. So we're coming back into a wide squat again. So we're up on our feet again. And let's mop myself. Get your hands on your hips, and then squat into that position. We're going to go from side to side, remembering you can breathe in as you come to the centre, breathe out as you drop to the side, and then thinking about keeping those knees going outwards and not dropping into the centre. A few more left, and we're going to hold again. So we're going to come to the centre and we're going to hold again. Remember to breathe and keep your torso up nice and straight. Engage everything that you need to engage and try and relax your face. And then we come up to standing, and then we've got one last exercise, the press up and reach. Come back down onto the floor again, and in our plank position or modified plank position, and we're pressing up and reach behind so we get a bit of a stretch across the chest. And in the shoulders as well. Just over halfway through. Okay, and then it's the last one. And then we're going to just come back up to standing and do a few stretches to finish off with. So well done. It's really good. It would have been nice if it was a bit cooler. It's very hot. And then we're going to just take one foot out in front, and the back leg is, we've got a bent knee here. Just lean forward, try and kind of think about pushing your bottom back. And try not to put loads of weight on this bent knee, so we're just kind of using it to stabilise ourselves. So we should feel that in the back of the hamstring. Hold that for a few seconds. And then we go on to the other side, so just straighten the other leg. Remembering we're not pushing down on that thigh, we're just using it for a support. Pushing your bottom back. You can fold forward a little bit further if you need to feel the stretch. Okay, and then we're going to go into a calf stretch. So if you take 1 foot forward and then just bend that front knee, make sure if you try and get your toes pointing, both toes pointing forwards, and then you feel that in the back of your calf. So try and keep your back heel on the floor if you can. Just hold that for a little bit. Taking some nice deep breaths as well here. Enjoying that. And then we'll swap over. And we're making sure that our feet aren't one behind each other. They should be around hip distance apart. And that back heel on the floor, in contact with the floor. And then we're going to take 1 foot in your hand, so quad stretch. So you just need to maybe hold on to something or maybe not. Keep your knees together and then just push your hips forwards. So you feel that down the front of your thigh. And take some nice deep breaths here. And every time you breathe out, just feel your muscle releasing a little bit more. And take one more breath there. And then swap feet. So knees together. Taking some breaths. And then we're going to come down into cross-legged position. This is stretchy in the thighs, so just put your feet together. Then they might be out here, that's fine. But if you can get them close, it depends how flexible you are as to where you want them for the stretch. So wherever you have them, then just think about pushing your knees down towards the ground. You can kind of put a bit of movement in here first, and then just release. And take some breaths here as well. And then we can bring our feet out in front of us, hands underneath your ankles, and you can fold forward in that position. You can just relax a little bit. Come up, and then we shall stretch across the chest. So just clasp your hands in front of you, and then just reach forwards with a bit of bend in your arms and drop your head down towards your chest. You feel that across your back and shoulders and neck. And then we're going to take our hands behind and stretch across the chest, so keeping that bend in the elbows and just stretch all the way across the chest. Taking some deep breaths here, allowing everything to release and relax now. We can bring our hands forward, shake them out. You can bring your legs forward and give them a little shake as well. Well done. Thanks for joining me again, and yeah, I'll see you next week. I'm just going to unmute people if they want to have a chat. I'm going to go inside.